Hello, everyone, and again I'm back. This is Waleed with you from WasNet, and today we are covering the third part out of 37 questions in an interview. What are your weaknesses? The previous one that we discussed was the strengths. Now, the weaknesses. You don't have to be so straightforward for this question. The trap is with this question. If you're honest, I mean, it's good to be honest, but straightforward or being diplomatic, but still being honest. That is the key. Don't be too straightforward. Um, you'll get an A for your straightforwardness and an F for the interview because at this point, this question actually eliminates you or keeps you in the interview. So, the best possible answers for this is to show your strengths as weakness. For example, if you are interviewing for a project manager, you would say that yes, I like to do work and meet the deadlines. Almost every of my project uh, has been completed before the deadline. So I tend to push people, and people dislike that. That could be a weakness. I could be the bad guy in someone's books, but I don't mind that as long as the work is getting done. That's a better way to answer that question. The other, the best answer is to uh, to do your homework for that very interview. You should know about the company, the interviewer, the profits and losses, their projects, their expansion plans, and their five-year vision or maybe 10-year vision. And based on that, you give your best answer. You put excellence versus domination, for example, in that uh, question, in the answer to that question. Um, that, for example, if you are getting interview for the engineering position and they are into making big dams, so you would say, okay, dams are very necessary from the selection of the team to the material, deadlines, the structure, architecture. This will actually require someone who knows how to dominate, how to push people, and that will actually come as negative on my part on my portfolio. But I'm the boss. So over here, you're showing your weakness that can actually make you a boss over people and get the work done. So interviewer actually wants to know the solution and wants to see the best person. Answering this question in this way will actually make you a favorite person. But the alternate best is if you don't really know about the company, the background. For example, if you're being interviewed for an e-commerce company that is operating in some other part of the world, and you're being interviewed over Zoom, on that, of course, you would give an hypothesis. You would give a hypothesis. How would you be performing the operations or managing the e-commerce portal? The weakness, of course, will be that, for example, I might actually sound for that is how it will go. For example, I might be pestering people at the very wrong time because until the work gets done, I am unsettled. I actually don't feel easy until the work gets done. But then after that, the celebration, of course, I get to remove the complaints and the objections people will will have with me. So that's another way to present your perspective as weakness. But of course, show your strengths as weaknesses because everyone has weaknesses and strengths, and nobody's perfect. So examples like in software, I already gave you for a project manager. A software engineer will have weakness like the coding part, the learning part, because software frameworks in JavaScript, Python, or whatever, Postgres, SQL will actually change over time, and people can't actually keep up with the pace of the software industry. So you can say in your interview that I like to learn, but at some place if I'm busy in 2 to 3 projects, learning might get slow. So I will need support on that and maybe a software or a to-do list that I can keep an eye on so that my learning is not affected and so is my performance not affected as well. In sales, of course, weaknesses, yeah, people actually look at salespeople in such a way. So you can answer this question in this way that salespeople they are looked upon like being very pushy. I'm not pushy. I actually make people trust me first. So the conversion time might actually get extended. That you can say can be your weakness, can be my weakness, but that will achieve us or clinch the deals which will be permanent, and that account will actually give us long-term profits. That's for the sales. But in the engineering job, I've already answered that question, how you can guard and encapsulate your weakness as strengths. And that is how you answer this question. If you like this video, do share that, subscribe to the channel, and give us a like. Until next time, we'll be back again with a fourth one.